Fabric design. In textile design, we have a pattern making technique called resist, in which part of the clothes to be embellished are either tied, stitched, or painted with starch or wax to prevent the dyes from penetrating into those parts. Dyeing is the most widespread technique of embellishing already woven clothes. Resist technique is divided into three: tie and dye, batik, and printing. Tie-dye resist is a type of dyeing in which fabric is folded tight or stitched together with yarn before dyeing to prevent it from absorbing dye. Dyeing can be done by hand picking the material in a dye dot. How to tie dye? Tie-dye is a fun and easy way to create colorful patterns and fabric or clothing. Materials needed for tie-dye are fabrics, bands of thread, jigsaw, rope, weaving spoon, dye, salt, spoons, fingers, needles, pressing iron, chemicals. Tying technique: marbling, plaiting, plumb tying, circle tying, knotting, and stitching. Procedures. Number 1, wash and iron the fabric or garment to be dyed in order to remove dirt. Before dyeing, your fabric is run through a bath of warm soapy water for thorough cleaning. Number 2, prepare the garment for dyeing by folding or pulling up clumps of fabric and tying or wrapping the clumps with rubber bands. The more times you twist the rubber bands around the fabric, the more intricate the design is or will be after dyeing. Number 3, prepare the dye according to the direction on the package. Though for this project, we are going to use VAT dye. Put the entire garment in the dye solution, stirring it around with the long handled spoon, or dip only the tied clumps of fabric into the dye. The area wrapped with rubber bands will resist the dye and retain their original color. VAT dyes. VAT dyes give color to fabric and other materials. VAT dyes can be used on either animal or plant fibers. They react with the oxygen of the earth to form new compounds. These new compounds do not dissolve in water and they cannot be washed out of the fiber. When a dyed object is exposed to sunlight, note, the energy of the sunlight, bit by bit, knocks atoms out of position in the dye molecules. In time, so many molecules lose their color that the whole object becomes faded. So you are advised to spread dyed fabric under a shade. In VAT dye bath, the first thing to be added is the water, followed by caustic soda, then the VAT dye, hydrous, and then the fifth one is salt. Stir before using. For example, for 2 years of fabric, use 2 tablespoonfuls of caustic soda, 2 tablespoonfuls of VAT dye, 3 tablespoonfuls of hydrous, 2 tablespoonfuls of common salt to 1 liter of water. Stir and immerse the fabric for about 35 to 40 minutes. Note: the absorption of dyes by the substrate or maybe the fabric is reversible process. In dyeing process, after a certain period of time, an equilibrium is set up in which the rate of absorption of the dye by the fiber is equated by the rate of the desorption. After dyeing, rinse and dry under a shade. Please subscribe to get notification when next I do the practical aspect of this topic.